Hey there, it's Tameka Riley. This is not my normal content, but I did want to share this because I was just kind of blown away. Like, I would go to my doctor's office every year and have my labs drawn and my checkups, and he would always say the same thing. Everything looks good. See you in 6 months. See you in a year. So with the doctor before that, and I've been with this particular doctor for years. I was with the one before him for years, and they would both say the same thing. See you in 6 months. See you in a year. Everything's fine. I started to look in my own labs and through an app called My Chart. And I could go back 15 years and I could look at my labs and I'm seeing these numbers that are off, that are in the red, things that they weren't mentioning, things that they weren't telling me about, no warnings, no anything. So I started doing some research on what it means when your creatinine is extremely high in the red, off the chart almost. And it means that your kidneys are failing. Now, I didn't have any symptoms. There was nothing wrong in the natural as far as, anything like that. And so for them, I'm thinking the only thing that I can guess is maybe their mindset is like this, that's a natural progression for people that are on blood pressure medications. I used to be on four, but through lifestyle changes, weight loss journey, I'm down to two. And so I'm working on getting off those two. And so I just started taking my health into my own hands and, taking responsibility and looking at things. And I'm like, you know what, this is not good. So when I was talking to an herbalist, they were telling me that that was like a natural progression because your blood pressure, your heart is like if your heart normally pumps 100 beats per minute, then you take blood pressure medications to slow your heart rate down to maybe 60 beats per minute. Now your organs are struggling to sustain themselves on less, blood flow. Um, Not only that, but on top of that, your kidneys are now filtering all of these medications that you're putting in it that cause this, and then they begin to kick off symptoms. And after a certain number of years, the next thing that normally happens for people that are on blood pressure medications is that their kidneys begin to fail. So maybe that's why they were looking at it that way, thinking, oh, everything is looking, But I'm like, no, that's not okay. So I learned from a Hispanic gentleman. That's where Dr. Sebi had gotten all of his wisdom regarding natural cures and home remedies, natural remedies, and things like that. So I learned from a Hispanic gentleman about kidney wood. It's called Palo Azul. If you're looking for it in the store, I went to the Hispanic neighborhood in my city, and I kind of chuckled when I drove down the road because I looked over there. I'm like, that Walgreens is shut down. Their pharmacy is shut down. I was like, good job. That's a good sign. But I got the kidney wood, and what it does it restores your kidney functions. It relieves you of kidney stones. It does a lot of things. They call it kidney wood, but its technical name is called Palo Azul, and it's literally a type of wood. It may not look like this. They have some in their spice or herb section, and it may be in a yellow and white bag or whatever. This was $6.99, and I've got enough for, a couple of, few pictures. I can make, several out of that. So you boil it, and the reason it's called Palo Azul, blue, Azul is blue. It looks like a regular tea, but at the top it has like this glowing blue hue at the top. It looks like it's glowing blue at the top. So that's how you know you're getting it authentic if you get it off of Amazon, because there are some fakes on Amazon. Amazon has some imposters on there. But you do that, and then the sodium bicarbonate, a teaspoon of that in some water. If you don't have that, then Arm& and Hammer baking soda is the same thing, basically. You dissolve that in a teaspoon of water and drink that every day for a few weeks and check your labs again and see, don't things just go to normal. But yeah, I'm just like all these years, because when I went into my chart, I looked at my labs and I went year after year after year after year. And it wasn't just that, there were several other things. And I began to do some things at home on my own, things that are a lot cheaper than, because I'm not going to go on my rant, because that powerful family that changed medical school curriculum in the 60s, I think it was. And it changed from things that will cure you to things that will make you linger and become a patient. Like, it's crazy. Like, look it up. But yeah, I that and some other things that I was doing when I was looking at some other levels that were off, some things that I began to do at home, and I began to see a huge difference. The levels shifted when I went back for another exam. I mean, for another. I just called up and asked for another round of labs to be drawn, And I got those drawn, and my numbers look really good. Everything looked a whole lot better than it did before. So I'm excited, but to not say anything because that's a natural progression or whatever, I just thought that was crazy. The I heard this medical professional say that people with diabetes, um, when they get kidney failure, they put them on hemodialysis, and after 1 or 2 rounds of dialysis, their blood has been cleaned, and diabetes disappears. I'm like, you mean to tell me people around here losing their eyesight, losing limbs, injecting themselves with insulin every day, and the simple, the cure, the answer is so simple. Like, what are y'all doing? Why? And I was hearing about this other man, a medical professional at a medical something. He was talking about, well, what are we going to do when we cure them of this? That's my source of income. Like, that's their mindset. Not all of them. I know that they're not, and they're doing what they're taught because the medical curriculum was changed. There used to be like deworming programs. You know how many people get cured and healed of things once they deworm? There's medicines you could buy on Amazon for that. Chocolates. I bought some chocolates. It's weird, but you buy these chocolates and they have the whatever's in there that's natural, and it clears you of all these different things that do. But yeah, that's not my field, and I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just telling you what happened to me. So bananas. Like, why are people on dialysis? And then you're talking about I'm not gonna have no kidney failure. Reverse it. Like, and then you weren't going to tell me. But you really can't blame anybody else for your body, your organs, your health, because you have a responsibility, and that's what I'm doing now, just kind of taking some things into my own hands. But all is well, and we looking good now. But I just thought I'd share that because I'm wondering how many people are struggling with things that they don't have to struggle with. They it's like a life sentence for some people, and the answers are so simple. But yeah, that's the community that taught Dr. Sebi all of his knowledge that he began taking to the masses. And so when I drove over there and I'm looking around, I'm like, this is just a wealth of, you know, I mean, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I just thought I would share that. Thanks. Also, let me add, in case you can't find it locally, I am willing to buy it in bulk and just kind of send it out if someone, if you're trying to find it and you're not able to find it in your area. Um, but yeah, if you have like swelling in your feed, or if when you check your labs you're seeing some numbers that are off, if you need to restore functions, get rid of kidney stones, anything like that, then you should be able to find it in your local market, your local. There are a lot of different ethnic grocery stores, ethnic markets, things like that. Amazon has some fakes, but there's some real on there too. So, but if you want me to send you some of what I have, just let me know, and I definitely will. It's a good thing. But yeah, don't go through some life sentence when it's something that could be done in a few gulps. It's crazy, but I'm gleaning this wisdom and this knowledge, and just thought I'd share that because I thought that was crazy. Yeah.